Alrighty, more of Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age, ladies and gentlemen. Are you excited for it? Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, comments will let us know. Or not, because if they're not interested, I guess they're not posting
They're
comments.
not posting any comments. So, as I warned at the end of the last episode, just in case you happen to be clicking onto this one at random, we are officially about to get into spoiler territory. Not end-game spoilers or anything like that, but I am going to talk somewhat liberally about things that happen in the first 10 to 15 hours, even though we're obviously only seeing, like, the first 5 or so here. So just be aware, everybody.
Techniques. Does he have any?
No, he has Steel and First Aid. The only person who has special attacks right now is Fran. She can shoot fire at these guys, which does quite a bit of damage and is worth using on Mr. Toadman there if you like.
Just getting reacquainted.
Yep, go right ahead. Then we're going to mess with their gambits in a second here and hopefully give them some more abilities, because as of right now, Fran and Balthier do not have jobs assigned.
Oh, did they not?
No, they do not, because since I've never played this version before, I'm still super paranoid about giving anybody jobs before, like, screwing myself with an inappropriate build.
Right,
But I went back through and played this for a while. I got, like, 2 or 3 more levels for everybody, I forget exactly how many, and spent a lot of license points on Vaughn's board. I guess, like, I didn't buy a bunch of licenses, but I got enough to get him a license that gives him 230 extra health. So if you look down there, he's actually quite a bit healthier than his companions there.
Okay.
Even though they're the same level. But once we give these two a job, they've got plenty of license board points, so we should be able to...
ooh man, my depth perception was real off. I thought that bat was somewhere, like, above, like, this little thing right here.
No, not quite.
Okay, but he's coming.
No, he'll come to you, don't worry about it. He will handle it for you.
Now, do we have a gambit on her that will make her heal?
Yes, she is set to use Cure on anybody who falls below, I think 50% HP is my current one. You can check that in the menu triangle.
Okay.
It's under gambits. Under 30%. Okay, so that's kind of emergency, but the only two we have right now are 30 and 50. And Cure at 50 will heal anybody to full except for Vaughn, so that's not really necessary.
Okay, do we need to mess anywhere around here?
Nah, only if you want to get yourself reacclimated more, but if you're comfortable, then...
We'll see.
Okay.
Against standard encounters, I'll do all right, I think.
All right, before you move on, 1 second, let me hop into licenses here, and we'll go ahead and establish a job for each person. Since we're not doing a full playthrough...
Yeah, I was about to say, are we gonna... Not we, but are you gonna keep playing on this profile?
Probably not, but who knows? I really feel like we need a white mage. I don't know if I want to give that to Balthier or Fran, though. I mean, she already... like, both of them... I think could technically... He doesn't have the license to use Cure, but I mean, I own Cure, so either of them can use it. Actually, you know what? I think I'm remembering now. I'm pretty sure that I made Pinello a white mage already. Okay. So just in case I do use this file for later, I should probably make them something else. Red mage, duh. Because they can use a low-level magics for both trees. So
okay, that's cool. That'll be good for this type of thing that we're doing right now. So.
I don't know if she's still allowed to use a bow or not, but I don't care too much about giving them their iconic weapons and whatnot. I'm sure I talked about this last time, but like I like messing with what their quote-unquote iconic weapons are supposed to be. Like,
well, yeah, it makes it fun that way.
Yeah, like in my head, Pinello's getting dragged along on this adventure, and they're like, you don't know how to fight people, here's a shotgun. Balthier's like, I'm going to use a dagger and a shield because I'm a rogue.
But then you could really just go out there and just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna give him a great sword. Why not?
In fact, I think I'm not going to give him the gun just in case I do keep playing this, and I want to give that to Pinello again because I don't know. I say that I haven't played this game with Pinello as like a typical as within her typical roles for a while, so I guess I'll make Balthier a gun guy. That might not be great. The best pick for a low level build right now. Like, it might have been good to give that to him as his second job later.
Yeah, but we're not going super far, so I don't think it really matters.
So I've gotten a bunch of loot. I have, like, 4 Altair guns, so we'll sell those later for some money.
Okay.
Let's see. Anything that I want around here?
Yeah, when I eventually get this game, I'm probably just going to look up, like, these are some good optimal things for a first-timer. Because I remember... oh man, there's one game I played on PS3 that my friend let me borrow, and it was like it was similar to this game in structure, except you could also get big, like, mech robots. But I remember just being, because this is not my forte. We've
also get big mech robots. What game was this?
Oh man, White Knight Chronicles.
Got it.
But I remember just being overwhelmed at you can have anybody do anything. Here's a million things you can have them do, and this isn't my forte, so I was like, I don't know. I'll come back to this later, and I never did. But, you know, maybe I should do that sometime.
Yeah, it looks like he doesn't have any gambits that just boost his health, which is very different from how the original version was, because everybody had a somewhat similar license board.
Yeah.
And I guess that the Machinist does not get general stat boosting licenses, only soldier or other classes, I guess. At least I'm not. There might be some hidden here. I'm not looking at every single block, but there are none that are immediately accessible. Like Vaughn had like 6 different boost your HP gambits that were almost immediately accessible in the soldier class. I guess there's nothing here that I want to immediately build towards, except maybe gain MP after dealing damage, but he doesn't have any magic to use right now. So I guess I'll go for potions to store more HP.
Sure.
Why not?
Man, the Machinist in Final Fantasy XIV is such a cool class.
Yeah.
It's not my main class, but boy do I like playing
I'll
it.
hold on to that when I mess with his equipment some more later. I'm not going to play it because it's an MMO, but I've never really gotten into FF14. I just don't have...
You. If you ever wanted to just test it out, you can play, like, I think up to 30 levels for free.
Neato.
Yeah.
It's a good
big old download, though.
Good trick for anybody who wants to do that.
Yeah, it's neat because, of course, like, you can just get your subscription and all that carries over. So it's a really good trial. It used to be only 20 levels, but they increased it.
Not a lot going on here on her board, is there? No. Oh, well, hold on.
I don't understand half these things, so... I mean, conceptually I do, but from an actual gameplay standpoint...
I don't know if I'll get any more shields, but that's something I know that I think that's something I could theoretically stumble upon in the near future, whereas I know we're not going to be able to go to a shop for a while, so I won't be able to buy her any new magic spells. So, hypothetically, if I get another shield, she has another shield. That's nice.
Okay.
Are there any swords? Don't red mages use swords? Doesn't she need some licenses for swords?
It said mace.
Oh, yeah, okay, I guess, yeah. Okay, maybe they're maces. Okay, my bad. I'm used to red mages using swords. I guess that's my error. Anyway, whatever.
And like a crystal.
So even though we just made her a red mage, she's still able to use the low level bow since that's what she started with. So we don't need to give her a new weapon right now.
Okay. You cleared this area out, haven't you?
There's no enemies here since there's a save point. If you go touch the save point,
oh, too late.
I was gonna say if you touch it, you'll get your health back, but
no,
well, who cares?
Who would be next?
Close ranks, bring her down.
Jump down! Hurry!
She's not alone.
Our ranks grow by the hour.
And our troubles with them.
It just closes on us.
Why not?
Yeah.
So remember I was talking big game last time around about like, oh, main character's this and the story structure and Vaughn's not the main character and ha 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 lol. The lady who just joined our party is the main character. Spoilers. Because she's also going to leave our party very soon and be gone for several hours, but she is the main character of this game. And that's part of why talking about this game's structure requires spoiling things a little bit, because we're not going to get far enough for her reintroduction, if you will.
Okay.
Because I don't think we will, unless this goes much faster than I expect it to.
I guess we'll see.
Thank you.
I'm Vaughn, and this is Balthier, and hey! What's your name?
Amalia.
Amalia, huh? Nice to meet you.
There were others with me. I'm sorry. No.
Huh?
Oh, now isn't that impressive?
Don't get any ideas. I said it's mine.
I'm afraid the jury's still out on that one.
You stole that?
Yeah.
Have you finished? When the guards don't report in, they'll come looking for us.
If they aren't already.
You should come with us. Better than being by yourself.
Very well.
What's wrong with her?
You have a lot to learn before we even get started on your thievery.
What's that mean?
Is she actually in our party right now?
She will be as soon as you walk up to her.
Okay.
Also, I think the door's open again, so if you just want to go over to the save point and touch it, you're good.
Oh, well.
Pretty sure it's open. Yeah, there you go. If you just go tap that, it'll refill everybody's HP and MP. But yeah, again, last warning, spoilers. I'm going to spoil things from the first 10, 15 hours or so of this game. So you better stop if you want to experience everything organically. After this next scene, you better turn the video off. Last warning.
Last warning.
Requires I accept such help as I find, though it be from thieves. I shall accompany you until we find my companions. No longer.
Let's think of her as a guest, then. Unlike Fran or myself, our guest probably won't be taking orders from anyone anytime soon, and she'll leave when she pleases. So we keep to our affairs and she to hers. I doubt we'll find her wanting in valor, being such an upstanding member of the insurgents.
Resistance.
That actually reminds me, since she was, oh, hold on, I was just going to say some more.
What are we waiting for?
I'm reminded by their mention of the name of the group. Unlike, okay, yes, can only use certain actions and abilities, but they've changed it from the original version of the game where you actually can take direct control of them now. You can't mess with them too much. Like, I think if you go to equip them, like, you can't actually change their equipment out. Nah. Yep. But you can, if you want, make her the leader of the party.
All right.
That's acceptable. So if you if you take the other three out, there's a faster way to do it, but if you take everyone else out, oh, maybe you can't, huh? I know there's a way to do it. Maybe I'm mistaken.
I don't know.
I know there's a way to make the guest leader of your party, but I forget how. Doesn't matter. Whatever. There's a faster way to make people the leader of your party than that, and I always forget what it is. Anyway, I'm just reminded with them messing around with the names of the groups there, like Insurgents and Resistance. I checked when I was screwing around grinding in this a bit. When we first wound up in the sewers, when we found the corpses of a bunch of members of the Resistance, if you examine them as different characters, they all say different things. And Vaughn is like, I'm sorry, we can't take you with us, there's just no time. Fran is like, well, their companions may be up ahead of us somewhere, but their pursuers probably aren't far behind either. And Balthier says something like, well, they're well equipped enough, but obviously too young and too full of rage. The insurgents must be getting desperate. But anyway.
We good to go?
Yeah, we're good. I just wanted to say that really fast, because, where's the... There we go. All right, fast forwarding now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just to save us a bit of time here, because I don't think we had that on before.
Yeah, I remembered this from when we played before.
Oh, yeah? What an exciting moment this is going to be.
Oh, baby.
Question, what are they backing up in fear of if the flams are on the ceiling? Or maybe there was some on the ground in addition to the one on the ceiling, I'm not sure. Oh, there was some on the ground too. Okay, that's my bad. I understand now.
Okay. I remember not paying a lot of attention during this fight before and losing.
Just make sure Fran is casting fire on people.
Oh, okay.
In fact, if you want to go into gambits and make Fran, like, just attack enemy fire, that might not be a bad idea.
Can I do that?
If you hit triangle, yeah, just go into...
Okay, I didn't know if you could do that in the middle of a fight.
You can do it whenever you like. So just maybe change party target's leader from attack to fire. No, go. That's the condition. Now you pick the action. There you go. She will run out of MP faster than anything, but who cares? Can you mess with Amalia's gambits? Can she do anything?
Can we?
Okay, well, she'll handle some curing then. Check her, like, yeah, her abilities. Flip over to attack and see if she has a fire or not. Nope, she has nothing else. Oh well, that's fine. She can just punch things with her sword.
Okay, should I change this to 30?
We can, but that's probably a good idea. We'll be fine.
Okay.
Who cares? Fran will run out of MP pretty quick doing this, but oh well. They'll also all die pretty quick doing this, and she has plenty. It'll work out okay.
Yeah, and you leveled up some since we last played.
Oh, see, that was great. Perfect, we're already done. Man, video games. Awesome. This is, again, I know I talked about this last time, this is the kind of stuff that I like about this, where it's just stop wasting the player's time, because these JRPGs, when it comes to the minute-to-minute gameplay, are not that complicated. Do you understand the basic actions that need to be taken in order to succeed? Great, set the gambits, walk away. Adding a fast-forward feature to this game is genius.
Oh, wait, that was actually it?
Yes, that was actually it.
How did I die to that before?
I don't know. We were probably under-leveled and not trying hard enough.
Okay, I was like, okay, we're going to take these out, and then the big one's going to come.
You may be misremembering this, because the next boss is also kind of hard.
Okay.
There's a boss after this you may be thinking of instead, because it's a fire boss, so casting fire on it does nothing.
Okay.
Speaking of which, now that we're done with that boss, you definitely want to go and switch Fran's Gambit back to attack
Of
before
course.
we get ourselves in big trouble here. I like the victory poses people do after main boss fights. There's some that are just like character specific, and other ones that just happen depending on which job/weapon they have equipped. And that's all. I like all that. It's pretty neat. Now, I believe that there's a save point in the next room over, but if that would just cure all the blindness ailments. But if not,
is
we
that
can.
what that is?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's blind, and that's a treasure chest.
Oh.
In fact, hit options. Let me see your map really fast, or maybe it's not options. It's no, it's what used to be select. It's the touchpad. Yeah, I think the next room has a save point. Let's just head over there and use the save point in there. And if I'm wrong, then we can turn around and come back.
Okay, there's no chest over there.
Yeah, that's progress. I think that there's a save point in here, and if I'm mistaken, we'll just
We'll just
go back.
swing it. It'll be all right.
Wonderful, magical.
Nothing over there.
Okay, no save points in here. Oh well. Do you want to just deal with the blindness, or do you want to go back and get rid of that?
How bad is it?
It just reduces their accuracy.
I mean, do you think that's going to be an issue?
We're probably fine.
Okay.
We're probably fine. If it's an issue, we have items that can kill it if it's an issue. I just know we're 2 rooms away
Hey,
from a save
ghost.
point for sure. Yeah, which means
What's up with these sewers?
cure magic will kill it, or just tossing a phoenix down on it will kill it. But we don't have many of those, so it's probably just better to see, he's already dead. Who cares?
Okay.
Alrighty. So I know I promised spoilers after the cutscene a while ago and then didn't get to it. Here's the spoilers, ladies and gentlemen. Amalia is an alias. That is Ash, or Ashelia Benargan Dalmasca, the princess of Dalmasca and Rabanastre and whatnot. The one that we saw in the opening cinematic getting married, who supposedly committed
Yeah, I was gonna
suicide.
say, who just off screens, like, she offed herself, right?
Nope. I mean, it works enough if you haven't seen the box art and seen that she's just right there. Otherwise, it's like, oh, this is just kind of the backstory and the political goings-ons, and the fact that we hear about it off-screen doesn't make, I guess, fine. But in the context of the actual story, nope, she faked her own death to go underground and start the Rebel Alliance. I mean, the Resistance. I apologize, I get those confused sometimes. And she's the secret main character of this game. Because ultimately this entire game is about her internal conflict of the right way to take back her country. Because she is faced with several dilemmas about how exactly she's going to go about that dealio. Now, if you want, even though everybody is basically set up Gambit-wise to target whoever you're targeting, since, for example, that ghost right there had 1 HP left, right?
Yeah.
You could have always, like, flipped over to Vaughn and said, hey, Vaughn, go and attack him once. And he would have finished that off, and then he wouldn't have been putting out any damage on anybody. Everybody else was focusing on the Toad.
Right.
Just something, I mean, like, again, it does not matter, because these guys are all pretty simple, and we've got enough power that I doubt anybody's really going to pose a challenge to us, even with 2 characters blinded. But it's something to keep in mind, that's all.
Yeah, that's one of those things that comes with experience playing the game, but it's as always, as the story always goes with our playthroughs, it's been a little bit, so I'm just kind of getting back to the basics of it.
I thought that maybe with the Rambles that wouldn't happen, because we would just, we would just do it and get through it really fast, but last time around it was like, well, I had a certain point that I kind of want to get to, just that I think would make for a good, substantial little chunk of content, and we just did not have time last time to get that far. You're going the right direction, just go through that door over there. You're good.
Okay.
And there should be a save point in this room, and then another boss fight. Crystal's on the, yeah, it's over there. You see it. It's kind of fading in. The draw distance ain't so great.
No, it's fine. We're good.
We probably
Should I
don't
say?
need
Should I
to...
not?
we don't need to save. It's fine. Let's just keep
Alright.
going. We've got autosave,
Okay.
and we have autosave and a limited amount of time. And that's where you want to go.
Oh yeah, now I remember.
This is the room where you were fighting rats with Vaughn in the very beginning of the game. Now, my main advice for you on this one is remain standing in the water.
Yeah.
Because there's abilities that don't affect you if you're standing in the water. Otherwise, this thing can really, really do some solid damage to you.
Man, they really need to do something about these sewers. Like, they say we've got gators in the sewers, but that's nothing compared to this.
See, he doesn't like the water. That was a tip inside of a cutscene with no information box or tutorial to explain to you what it was. You just have to figure it out for yourself.
Listen, I'm too dumb, though.
Yeah. So I'm sure you've noticed, but the little arrow that's pointing away from you is basically the indication of the whether or not the enemy is in range of you. If it's red, you're out of range. If it's yellow, then you're in trouble. Right. Rather, that you aren't going to hit him. Now, everybody that wasn't in the water is poisoned and damaged severely.
Okay. Good
now,
stuff.
I think we have antidotes, so if you want to go ahead and cure everybody, you can do that.
That's not how to do it.
You just go to items. And antidotes. Anybody can use them. You can have them cast on yourself, and I'm pretty sure items have infinite range, so you can toss them on somebody across the map if you want to.
There we go again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you got a lot of antidotes.
Mm-hmm. I killed a lot of things, and they drop them pretty readily in this area, probably because this boss was coming up.
Makes sense.
There, see, Vaughn and Ash will keep him healthy while you guys keep doing damage. Uh-oh. The only thing that's unfortunate is that you can't direct the other characters to stand where you want them to, so they'll just stay in the range of that thing, unfortunately. But
they
oh well.
Didn't do anything to him that time.
No, it doesn't always hit them. It's a pretty powerful move, but its accuracy is low. If you just stay standing in the water and keep everybody healthy, it's not that troubling. But if you chase this thing all around the map, and you're staying on dry land, it can be really bothersome.
Okay.
I'm not sure where that thing came from.
Does it not explain it?
No.
Okay, so
like the way that it flies in like that makes me think that maybe it's some, like, I always thought it was some kind of scout that the Empire sent in. Like that's a magical scout that they send in, and it just flew off to go and report on our whereabouts. But I don't know. There's something in the bestiary, I'm sure, because this game's bestiary is really detailed. Has a lot of info on everything. It's where a lot of this game's lore comes in. Not the story. That's important. Story and plot are up front. Just there's a lot of background details that's in the bestiary.
Okay.
Ash is like, how does he get his hair to look so good? I'm jealous.
I would be too. I am jealous actually because I'm balding.
No, Joey, it's a style choice.
Yeah,
Don't
you're
let
right.
the world know.
Yeah, you're right. That's why only some of the hair's there.
They think me some common thief.
Better than a common assassin.
These people have done nothing. Release them.
What are you doing?
Don't interrupt me. I'm thinking.
He came out to deal with the matter personally.
Wait!
That's interesting.
He didn't know what he was doing. You have to let him go. You have to.
Penelo! Sorry. That dinner will have to wait.
I told you.
That's enough!
Leave him alone!
Hold on to this for me, would you? Just until I bring Vaughn back.
On your feet, you, over here.
All right. Edgy, aren't we?
Man, what a suave bastard.
Balthier, my brother. What does that philanderer think he's doing? I was to kill Balthier, not those addle-pated Imperials.
Man, this game's script is so good. I know I've gushed about it before, but I really like the localization on this game.
Man.
So sorry, go ahead.
I've been playing this for 20 minutes now, and now I really want to go out and buy it. I don't think I told you the other day, like a month ago, I had a fever dream that I went out and bought this game, and I woke up and I was like, yeah, I can't wait to play it. And I walked in my living room and turned my PlayStation on. I was like, oh.
Where is it? So you remember the scene I preemptively started talking about before it happened?
Yeah.
When he goes to see his brother in the hospital? This
Here
is
we
the
go.
scene.
Remember? You always said how they smelled nice and how pretty they were. Remember? The king. Did you? Were you really a part of it? Even if you were, Captain Bosch must have tricked you into it.
So basically, Rex lived for a while after the initial battle and assassination we saw at the opening of the game. but he was not doing very well, and he passed away shortly thereafter.
For some reason, I thought there was another section before this. I was wrong.
Oh, before they're in the dungeon?
Yep.
No. It does, like, honestly, even though I complained about running around in the dungeon with Penelo last time around, like, this game does open relatively quickly, especially by JRPG standards.
Yeah.
Or a dungeon, but it's really all the same. Relax, it's just a corpse. Jump at every little thing down here and you'll wear yourself out. It's not even a proper dungeon. They just sealed off the bottom level of the fortress. Take a look around. We're not the first they've thrown down here.
Where's Fran?
She's off trying to find us a way out. Remember what curiosity killed? Just a friendly word of advice. This is all the water we've got. I'd save your strength if I were you.
So, fun fact, Nalbina dungeons, these are the dungeons of the castle the game opened in, where Rex and the whole botched mission went down.
Okay, cool. I didn't remember that. What you got to say?
Looks as though our belongings were carted off by the Imperials. Perhaps they brought our things up to our rooms. How kind. No sense strutting about at a time like this. Save your strength. Stay out of trouble. Shut up, Balthier. I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go raise hell. Number 691. A new arrival. Welcome to the famed Nalbina Dungeons, boy. We're all equals here, stripped of everything by our kind friend of the Empire. All we got is our bones, and those will be there soon enough.
Well, at least he's got the right spirit.
He's in the right mood for it. Room back there's a corpse pile.
Back here?
That's where they'll throw you that's where they'll throw me when I pass on. You too. Well, it's all completely degraded. It's all just skeletons. It's literally reduced to powder.
Yeah, but there's like 5.
But that's good. I think the implication is a lot of that sand we see on the ground is also like bone dust.
Hey, buddy.
He's not doing well. He probably wanted some of that water Balthier had.
Yeah, what a shame.
My friend and I were just about to go to the cathedral to pray for Lady Ashe and Lord Rassler when those Imperials imprisoned us. Said we were part of some royalist movement. Can you believe it? They have no proof at all. And my friend, I guess he's not doing well.
Okay.
He's probably pretty sick. If that isn't, maybe his friend is dead. Who knows? It really doesn't matter. The point is, it's a sad story one way or the other. Ooh boy, a knot of rust, the most useless item in all of video games. Do you know what that is?
What is it?
It's an offensive item that does in the range of like 1 to 5 damage.
Okay, cool. We're gonna use it to bust out of here. Do we want to talk to all these people, or are we?
I would say typically yes, but we can chat to 1 or 2 of them. Anyone who looks particularly interesting, like this fellow. Water. That was interesting. I'm all about it.
Doesn't look very tasty.
Is that that's just a guy in a stockade. I thought it was a Moogle for some reason. He's just crouched, hunched over weird. You Dalmascan boy?
Okay, hang on. What is that attire? Are those shackles?
I think those are shackles. I don't think that's a style choice.
What is that doing for him?
It's making sure he doesn't go anywhere.
He's not stuck to anything, though. It's just, there's just one on one hand and one on his head.
No, I mean, like, generally speaking, he's too heavy to go anywhere. It stops him from looking around. I once fought at this fortress to save the king of Dalmasca. It's true. Seems an age ago now down here.
All right.
There, the game's reminding you. I don't even have to. Alrighty, let's get a move on. I think you want to go towards the save point, which was back the way you just came.
Oh, okay.
Towards that little nook and cranny right there.
I don't need that.
What was I saying a second ago? I don't remember. I was talking about something. I don't know what it was.
Well, it sounds like a cutscene, so you can think about it for a second.
Yeah, I'll ponder on what I was speaking about, because I don't remember anymore.
There's some more.
The lighting there's really cool. Like, it's very intense and stylistic, and it's not typical for... I just don't expect something like that in a video game, typically.
Right.
Careful control of depth of field and lighting are not things that are typical of video game cutscenes.
I wish they were.
No, don't! He was defenseless.
You are so
So this is something I was felt a little bit weird about. These guys, the Sikh, is that this is the only cutscene where they have any like voice dialogue, and they sound like actual horrible like Gamorrean guards in Jabba's palace who are just disgusting.
Like, it sounded like he was trying to say something like in English, but there wasn't subtitles and I couldn't understand.
But when you can just talk to them on the street and they have normal dialogue. Like they are normal, intelligent parts of the culture of Evilise. But just in this one scene, we're dealing with some crazy guys who didn't finish high school.
Something stinks in here, all right? I've changed my mind. This is no dungeon, it's a sty.
Oh, I'm a fool. I should have made Balthier a monk for this scene specifically.
I said you're the one that stinks, Hamshanks. Hear me now? You all right, Vaughn?
It's very chivalrous of Balthier to actually bother to take care of this kid.
Oh, they actually have names.
Yeah, they do. Galido. That sounds like a Star Wars name.
I wonder why.
Hey, look, we're getting into a bar fight with the rogue character.
Okay, that gem by his HP bar, what is that?
Huh?
The gem.
Oh, that's Protect. That means he has Protect applied. Yeah, nothing too bad. Oh, I remember what it was. Knot of Rust. The only thing I've ever used that for is in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I would occasionally, Tactics A2 specifically, I would occasionally toss it on allies when they have status effects that go away when they're hit.
Okay.
To do a very low amount of damage instead of using a more specific cure-all.
This is where the cool guys show up.
Great. They just don't give up, do they? Now is looking like a good time for us to leave.
Through the oubliette, there's a way out. Only
you sense the mist. Then we'll need weapons.
What did you call me? Say that again.
What? You couldn't hear? I merely said that a lot of you are incompetent fools. If you've the Sky Pirate in your hands, where is he?
You'd have done better, Bagamnon. By your own words, it was the Imperial Army who caught this Sky Pirate of yours. We've done your job for you. We don't require the assistance of filthy headhunters. The Empire will restore order here.
Eh? What's that you say now? Maybe I'll wet my blade on you before I kill Balthier.
That's enough, Bagamnon.
a judge.
Judge?
The self-proclaimed guardians of law and order in Arcadia. They're the elite guard of House Solidor, which effectively makes them the commanders of the Imperial army. If you ask me, they're more executioners than judges. Not a friendly lot, at any rate.
That was weird. Looks like there's a loading sync rate issue.
Was that in the original version?
I don't know. That was unfamiliar to me.
For his more talented servants. However, those that do not show respect will receive none in kind.
Your Honor.
You travel freely through our lands because the Emperor wills it. Am I correct?
I just want to point out yet another instance of a character actually cutting another character off instead of him going, "Your Honor," like he's going to start a sentence and then stopping himself for a line to then play out. He actually interrupts the guy. What a concept. It's almost like scenes can be dynamic and fun to watch.
I can't believe it took 2017 for this to happen, since this is a 2017 release, right?
I might have mentioned this previously, but one neat thing the localization department did when they were starting, when the Japanese folks were starting work on this game, they asked them, because basically when they go in and localize this, they just replace existing files, right? They don't get to do a lot of new work. So they said, if you could please make sure that every single dialogue file has an extra 1 or 2 seconds on the front and back, so we have some leeway to play with when it comes to the voice performances.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that helped them a lot on the production end.
And it shows it.
Where is the captain?
We have him in solitary, Your Honor. We're ready to begin our interrogation.
This does not concern you, bounty hunter.
He's in here somewhere. Find him.
Watchy, that way.
It's going this way.
Bah.
Bah.
Huh? The magics binding the door to the oubliette are quite strong. Too strong even for my talents.
That's why we'll get them to open it for us.
How is going deeper into this place?
What's wrong? You don't trust her? Fiera's noses are sharp. If she says there's a way out, there's a way out.
I'm just thinking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which came out just a little while ago, and scenes of characters just not talking for 5 seconds.
The prison repository of rested relics and raiments.
So our things are in here?
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Well, that was simple.
Is everything equipped?
Yeah, everything is re-equipped, yes.
Cool.
But really fast, because there are a couple of items in here still. Which I don't. If it's just money, okay. I don't know what that ring is. I got lots of money just from running through the other dungeon.
Man, seeing Fran reminds me. There's a theme on PS4 that's free right now for this game, and it's beautiful. It's nice. It's green. Like it's got a good color of green, good music. Only issue is I can't have it because they've just got Vieira butts all over it.
I've seen that one. I know which one you're talking about.
Like it's nice. It's just don't have that, and I can have it in my nice Christian household.
Let's see. Slight reduce of max. It's only a very minor increase of magic power, so they can not. But since Balthier doesn't have any magic, I'm going to give him the Goddess's Magicite, which is going to boost his resistance to magic and reduce his MP to 0, but he ain't using his MP anyway, so...
Okay.
Doesn't matter to him at all. No skin off his back, because unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, he still doesn't have any magic. Here you go. Since I bought a couple licenses, I was like, is there anything that I want to put on these guys that I can? I don't remember for sure, but we're all good.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I did it. I went the long way, but I did it. Now, this next part's weird, isn't it? It's a pseudo-stealth section,
which you may even want to turn off the fast forward just to make sure we don't, trip any alarms, so to speak, on accident. We'll see how it goes. You barely made it. Go back for your hat, Indiana Jones.
turnkeys than cut purses down here. I've had my fill of chains. Let's tread lightly, shall we?
While we are a little bit over leveled for this, this many soldiers is probably a little bit too much for us. So I guess if you want, hit the sticks in. So you got that mini map. Does it show where? It doesn't show where enemies are. Never mind. You're just gonna have to look at the mini map up in the top right, I guess, and hopefully not walk into people's Metal Gear line of sights. I honestly don't remember how this section works because there's never another stealth section in this game, so I never remember how it works.
Do you think sound matters or just?
Sorry?
Do you think the sound matters or just?
I think it's probably just line of sight.
Okay.
I would guess, but I honestly don't recall, nor do I care.
Come on.
Remember what we were talking about last time about JRPGs putting dumb mechanics in it, that like front-loading dumb mechanics that have nothing to do with the rest of the game?
Uh-huh. I'm not gonna bother. Ooh, ooh. Oh, please turn around.
The other guy's coming back your way. You better go fight him.
This guy?
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully he's not going to call friends. There's already... Oh, nope, they're all coming.
All right. Okay. All right. Is there a runaway button? What's the runaway button?
That's R2. Hold down R2.
R2. All right. We're just going to...
Up, it's on your left there.
On my left?
Yep.
Over here?
I see it on the minimap.
Okay.
Sweet, we already made it.
Perfect.
That's the speedrunning tech.
It honestly probably is just running.
Absolutely, I'm sure it is. But people don't speedrun this game because it's 70 hours long.
That's not stopped anyone before.
Oh, I don't know. I've never seen any, like, I know there's a lot of Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy VII has a lot of big speedrunning community because there's a massive, like, I don't know if it's a glitch or just like a general rule they all operate by, where like basically as soon as you get to the forests outside of Junon, you just skip to the last disc midway through the final dungeon.
Weird.
I think it's a PC save bug.
Okay.
Is my understanding of it, but I've never looked into it in close detail. And then a lot of the older, like the SNES Final Fantasy games are fast enough that you can you can do reasonable paces in those.
Never forget there is a 300-hour speed run, so it's possible.
I guess. I'm sure people have done it. I just thought there's a big community for this one.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
There's so many wonderful touches I love in the direction of these scenes, like when the guys are staring at the light and the one guy kind of turns away and shields his eyes and the big badass doesn't. Like, it's so many small details in these scenes that you just don't get in other games.
You have grown very thin, Bosch. Less than a shadow, less than a man. Sentenced to death, and yet you live? Why?
To silence Hondor. How many times must I say it?
Is that all?
Why not ask Vane himself? Is he not one of your masters?
We've caught a leader of the insurgents. She's being brought from Rabanasta, the woman Amalia. Who could that be? Such a faithful hound to cling so to a falling kingdom.
Better than throwing it away.
Throwing it away, as you threw away our homeland.
Who's there?
This the place?
The mist is flowing through this room. It must be going somewhere.
You know Imperials. Please, you must get me out.
It's against my policy to speak with the dead, especially when they happen to be Kingslayers.
I did not kill him.
Is that so? Huh. Glad to hear it.
Please, get me out. For the sake of Dalmasca.
Dalmasca? What do you care about Dalmasca? Everything that's happened is because of you! Everyone that's died, every single one. Even my brother. You killed my brother!
Quiet. The guards will hear.
I'm dropping it.
Pirates without a sky.
Wait until the last minute there, both here.
Vaughn could have just, like... I'm imagining any other anime protagonist. It shakes. Whoa! Falls over.
I'm imagining any real person. He pulls out a knife and throws it into Bosch's skull.
Spare us your quiddities.
Yeah, but he's a...
A traitor, I know. Stay here and fight if you want. If you can walk, let's go.
You're taking him with us?
We could use another sword arm.
And you have it.
I love how beat to crap he looks.
I know, dude.
So
it's
great.
Rough.
Alright, so remember earlier when I was talking about in the original drafts of this game, the main character is supposed to be like a 30, 40-year-old man or so? Bosch. Bosch was originally going to be the main character of this game. They took his tragic backstory and gave it to Vaughn, and they took basically everything else and just kept it on Bosch. But then the entire structure of the story changed, and it was about Ash anyway.
Alright, yeah, he looks pretty beat.
Mm-hmm. So for those who don't remember, just in case, he was the gentleman who was leading the attack to go and try and save the king in the opening sequence, who assassinated the king.
That was a lot, holy crap.
That was a lot of money. Assassinated the king, stabbed Rex's brother, all of that lovely stuff that we all remember happening. Also, I love that the judge who was in there earlier, Gabranth, was there to quotation marks interrogate him. It's about nothing. The interrogation is a complete joke. It was like, it doesn't make any sense. It was there so that... Now? Sure. It was there so that some dialogue could happen for the characters to overhear.
Okay.
Let's have a look. The fuse is blown. That would explain why there's no power reaching the switch. If the wiring's any indication, I'd say that this is a central power relay of some sort. As it stands, I doubt we'll find much still running down here. So if I recall correctly, the lore of this world is all like nowadays pretty much everything is powered by mist, and electricity is antiquated, but this whole place is run on electricity.
Oh, hey, dude.
This is actually a store, believe it or not. You may want to talk to him first before you hit that other switch. Don't get many visitors down here. You come scavenging for odds and ends, have you? Oh, the way out. Just back up those stairs. To smithereens, you say? There's nothing left but to find some other way out through these tunnels. You'll need to get the power working again. Before that gate will budge, though. The fuse to that contraption upstairs is blown. This ought to fix it up.
Okay. Easy enough.
Take that fuse tube from the parts I found down these very tunnels. As good as it's as good as you'll find, and better than most, mark my words. Yeah, let's buy some stuff from him. What do we got in here? So if it highlights one of the characters, that means that they can equip it currently. And there's tons of other categories in here as well.
There's a lot, yeah.
And I think if he has a leather shield on offer, yeah, we can go ahead and buy a leather shield for Fran and buy a mace for her, just so we can start kind of building her towards what she's supposed to be. Yeah, you're good. That's good now. Good.
Okay.
And if you flip back over and I wasn't saying that passive aggressively to you. It was like flipping between the two of them, and I was like, I was more confirming for myself than commenting on your performance there.
Good stuff. Okay.
And what else we got in here? We got different bullets for both ear, perhaps? No, we do not. We have crossbow and bomb ammunition, but no different ammunition for guns or arrows. Ooh, we want to get Libra. Buy Libra, yeah, absolutely. That basically just lets you see, like, it basically removes all question marks on enemy stats. You can see health, you can see
Good stuff.
Everything else. Let me see this for 1 second, because I'm not sure what Fran can use right now. And that's gonna, determine what spells we need to buy. What's like within her immediate range of gettable. I also love the music in this area, just as a small side note while it's running. Slow and immobilize. Let's go ahead and grab those then. Decoy oil, Cura. Okay, so I know there was slow in there, and I'm pretty sure if there's oil in there as well, that's great. We need slow, oil, and fire, and we just kill everything. We don't even need the slow so much. Oil basically just increases the amount of damage fire spells do, and slow is obviously just good in general.
Yeah, of course.
Slow, yeah, good. We need slow. Thank you. Immobilize is good because, as it implies, it literally just it just makes them stand in place. So if we had a full all-ranged party, we could just have everybody back up and shoot a bunch of people who are immobilized, and
cool.
that's it.
I imagine that's only pretty situational though.
It's useful against mobs, and it's not always super effective. That's pretty much all we got right now that we can equip for her, I think. Unless I'm mistaken. Let me double check really fast, because I'm
Can
not...
anybody equip blind now? Can anybody equip a blind now?
Let's see.
I guess we won't be experiencing too many more blinding enemies.
I don't think there are many down here that are going to bother us, but, yeah. No oil and no decoy, unfortunately. But that's fine. Man, it doesn't matter. Okay. Anything else that I want in here? Armor-wise, perhaps? Nah, pretty much not. We're fine. I will go ahead and buy a better sword for Vaughn, though. Oh, crud. That was the wrong thing to pick.
Is that a better gun than what we have?
Where? This one?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. He doesn't have the license for it, but...
Okay.
I'm just gonna wait to get him a better gun, honestly. But I am gonna go ahead and sell all these, extra Altair's I have. Sell 2 of these katanas. I don't need 4 oaken poles.
Why? Why not? Aren't we gonna have a full team? Is that for Monk?
Just people using poles?
Is that for Monk or is that something else?
That's for Monk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I was about to say Dancer, but I forgot that's not actually a class in this game. No, that's an improvement. Wonderful. Well on our way, folks. Okay, now who
Wait, the
can get a
Goddess
license?
Magicite wasn't equipable?
No, Balthier has it.
Okay.
Balthier already has it on. Who has access to techniques? I need to get Libra equipable, like, right away. That's, like, the most important thing. Where are techniques in here? Well, and that's a technique, but are there no more? Maybe he doesn't have any. Maybe Balthier will have it, he said, hopefully.
Hopefully, but you can feel a tinge of doubt in his voice.
I mean, it may very well be on the board, but I just don't know where. Maybe well out of my reach, unfortunately. Gosh, this is not good. I want Libra really badly. No, hold on. Yeah, I do need a license for Libra. What were his accessories? Do we have anything that can just give me Libra? It's like, that's Libra's, I need it. It's important. Accessories are here. Half damage, immune to blind. Yeah. Oh, no, oh, yes!
Hey!
Thank God. Whew, okay, yes. Make sure it's one person in your party always has a bangle equipped. It's like the most important thing. I guess, I don't know, some people would argue not, but,
if
I'm
you
all
know the
about it.
game, like, well enough, you would.
Who can get that? Now you gotta find somebody who can put a bangle on. Alright. Can I put this on anyone else right now? Just as an option. Why can't I see what's going on? There we go. Okay. We'll just go ahead and put it on the guy who's our... What am I saying? We have the thing where it increases his magic resistance. Whatever, he has an option. That's an option for later. Wonderful. Fran will take it.
Good stuff.
As long as Fran doesn't die, we'll have Libra on all the time now. And how do Bosch's gambits look? Yeah, that's fine by me. I got no complaints. I love his art. I love his angry beat-up art from this section of the game. It's very good.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, but now that I just wasted the last couple of minutes of this just messing around with inventory stuff, I think that's it for this particular episode. We'll return for more in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Or I guess it'll be multiple days for you. For us, it'll be just a moment. Aren't you jealous? You don't get to hang out with these incredibly sexy... Hold on. Incredibly sexy individuals.
Why'd you have to do the boy that way?